Hi, Aman. How are you?
Hello, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good, good. Thank you so much, Aman. Hi, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, at another episode with an expert, Aman Khurana over here. I know many of you are joining right now. While you guys are joining, let me quickly introduce the expert who are in our show right now. So today we have yet another expert, Aman Khurana, on this show of Limitless Life Insight with an expert. And you know what? Aman Khurana is again a life coach on our show, and he's also a business consultant in this journey for more than 7 years now. He is running multiple businesses, of course, on the streamline, like digital marketing agency, content creation agency, so all those kind of things. And he has a community in place where he also help people to get a better version of themselves. So life coaching is really wide, and every life coach has their own value system in place that they can pass on to the next generation. So as life coaches, we are happy to be here on the show to add you some value. So, having said that, Aman, I just wanted to start this question to you. What is that what do you have a mission? What is that you do? Can you explain detail about that?
So my mission is this course that I have created. It's called Fundamentals of Life Mastery, and this is part of the Ultimate Life Mastery, basically mastering yourself.
Mm.
And I have gamified this version, and I am on level 7 of my own game. Like I have 10 levels, and I'm myself on level 7 of that game. And part of that level 7 is legacy, and that is why I'm putting it out there for the people now.
Mm.
And the mission here is I want to leave the legacy part of it is leaving an impact on the world and leaving it better than you entered in it.
Mm.
And recently I went through something, a bit of a traumatic incident. And in that, I saw the power of community and the power of, like, I'm tooting my own horn here, but the power of my own course. I created it for a 16-year-old version of me. I thought if I go back in time and if I have to teach something to my 16-year-old self, what would it be?
Oh.
And with that vision, I created Fundamentals of Life Mastery, and it has all the elements of things that a life coach teaches, and a little bit more. Like it's a mix of what we have in Eastern philosophies and religions and spirituality,
Mm-hmm.
mixing it with techniques of the West, like goal setting, time management, and all that good stuff. So I've
Oh.
just combined these two things, and I have created this community of people who are either they are winners or they
Mm-hmm.
want to be winners. If
Mm.
you think in the aspect of, oh, life has too difficult or this, then I'm not interested in teaching you. Because even if you are not having a best of the time, if you have the mindset of actually going ahead and achieving something, I'm
Mm.
your brother, I'm your big brother, I'm holding your hand and I'm taking you with me. That is my mission.
Mm.
And in this, as I was telling you, I had a difficult incident just a couple of months ago, and I went through my own course to heal myself.
Oh,
And
okay.
it legitimately, like, I don't generally do this. I don't talk about myself a lot, and since I'm on an interview, I have to. So, in that respect, I, in a way, healed myself through my fundamental course because I got my fundamentals right again. Because when you go through a traumatic incident, something inside you breaks,
Mm. Mm.
and in order to rebuild yourself,
Mm.
you have to get your fundamentals right, be
Mm.
it your self awareness, be it where you're going, your mission, your vision, your goals, everything. And
Yes.
when once you align all of that together, that
Mm.
is when the magic happens. So
Mm.
this is what I have been doing, and this is what my mission is. I hope that answers your question.
Wow, that actually builds curiosity to know more.
Thank you. You can check out my link.
Please click on the link. Awesome. I mean, what are those 10 levels? You said you are in level 7. What are those 10 levels? If you could just open it up.
I'll keep it a little short and quick
Mhm.
for the sake of time. So the first level is like generally in the Western thing, we look out for a goal. We set a goal and then we start working towards it. But
Mm.
in Eastern philosophy, we turn inside.
Mm.
We look at who we are. So
Yes.
my first level is self-awareness.
Okay. Mm.
First, get your awareness sorted. Once
Mm.
you have a little bit of self-awareness,
Mm.
then you can get your mission, vision, goals, everything in order. What are those?
Mm.
First, you need to know who you are. That
Mm.
is self-mastery.
Yes.
Then
Yes.
you know what your goals are. Again, part of self-mastery.
Mm.
After you have mastered yourself and not even mastered it, after you're aware of yourself,
Mm.
because first you have to get aware and then you start practicing, then you start getting the mastery part of it. So
Mm.
awareness is the first part.
Mm.
Then you have a part of goals,
Mm.
visions,
Mm.
and the big picture stuff.
Mm.
Then you come to finances.
Mhm.
Then you come to, because financial literacy is something we just talk about, and a lot of us work on it.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
I have made a point that I teach this, even if you're a student,
Mm.
having a little bit of knowledge from the early days, as they say, in investing, however early you start, it's better. So
Mm. Yes.
I cover all of that, and that is financial literacy. Then we come on. We have different levels. Okay, I have.
I think I have asked a tough question. It's okay.
No,
Take
no,
your
no.
time.
I
Don't
have
be.
so many levels. I don't want to screw this. Is it okay if I read it?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Read it. It's okay.
Okay.
If people would be interested, yes, they can actually jump on as well to know more about your courses. So that's why we wanted to, break
Hmm.
that curiosity and know what it is.
Yeah. So, okay. No, that's in my other phone, but I'll keep it short. Let me just do it and say it and as it is. I'll just say the names. It's not in the order. Okay.
Okay. Mm.
Number one is vision. Number one is self-awareness. Then
Mm.
we have vision, goals, priorities, purpose. Then we have money. Like where are we? What are we? How are you going to achieve there? Like
Mm.
financial goals and everything. Then
Mm.
you have your spiritual stuff,
Mm.
like spiritually where you are, where you want to start, what are you doing, and how are you going to go about it, the whole
Mm.
goal plan.
Mm.
Then how to set goals that you're going to achieve, because goal setting, there is a different diaspora out there. Some people talk about smart goals, some people have this SPVM type of goal setting.
Mm.
Then some people say go 10x, make 10x goals, and then break it down. And
Yes.
there are so many systems out there, and I have simplified all of that. I've taken all of it and simplified it and
Okay.
kept it a very basic, and anyone can follow a foolproof system.
Mm. Mm.
So that is my goal setting one. And then I have, once you get money, how
Mm.
to invest that money and
Mm.
how to invest it in a way that you get multiple streams of income and a good amount of return on your investments
Mm.
anywhere, because I'm
Mm.
an avid investor as well.
Mm.
Then I have a level of celebration. Like you've done all this, now you need to celebrate it as well. And that is part of a level. And I tell them, and
Mm.
in the celebration process, we work out things that you have to do for yourself. You have your own personal rituals and things you do for yourself.
Mm.
Because once you fill your own cup, that is when you're ready to fill someone else's cup.
Awesome.
Okay?
Mm.
So after that, then there is a level of traveling, because I have gamified this whole thing, right? So I have made a quest of a sort. You
Okay.
have to go on a quest, a personal quest, and you have to do a solo travel trip.
Okay. Mm.
So you go on a solo trip because when you're traveling, you learn a lot about yourself and
Mm.
you learn about people and different places, different languages, so much more. There
Yeah.
is so much to learn out there.
Mm.
And after that comes the level of giving back, the contribution level.
Okay. Mm.
And in contribution level, it starts with
Mm.
love, relationships, communication.
Mm.
And after this comes the legacy part. So I am at the legacy part.
Mm.
एंड लेगेसी के बाद भी एक्चुअली दो पार्ट्स हैं, और लेगेसी पार्ट में भी तीन डिफरेंशिएशंस है. वन इज getting to know where you are and what you want to do,
Mm.
and in this is where I wrote something in the book I Can Coach, in which we both are co-authors.
Mm.
So I wrote the story why I thought this is the right time for my legacy impact initiative to start,
Mm.
because I went through a certain traumatic incidents. Again, I will not get into the incident because I want you to read the book,
Yes.
but I lost someone
Mm.
very close by, and I want to do this in honor of that person.
Mm. Awesome. So what is the other two levels then? You said level 8 or level something.
Level 8, 9, 10, there are three.
Mm.
And in those level, for that, you have to come and join my course.
Great. See, what I could see clearly is, I mean, anyone who is watching this, in fact, myself, what I feel like it's kind of a gamification that you have
It is
clearly
purely
laid the
gamification.
path.
Yeah.
It's so nice,
Hmm.
when you said that personal quest and celebrating the success. These
Hmm.
are like amazing things to follow, and it's so great. And it was nice actually to know all these things. So good. All right. And I want to ask you this question. So, who is your target audience then, and what will be their end level in your community?
This is an interesting question. So in the
Because you
beginning, as
said
I said,
16 years can actually join.
yeah, my initial plan was a 16-year-old that this course was created for a 16-year-old version of me. That
Okay.
is what I put in mind while I was creating it. Then I
Okay.
did some workshops on this. I did like a beta testing workshops
Mm.
where I gave a little bit of discount, but I asked for reviews and I asked for course corrections where I can correct where I'm going too much, where I'm going too little, and I can work it out and create a solid course.
Mm.
And I did three of those workshops, and in those three workshops, I kept it open. I had no this thing, no target audience, no this, no that. I just send it to people I know and
Mm.
ask them to send it to whoever they know.
Okay. Uh,
And in the first one, I think 16 people joined. Then in the second one, again, I think 18, 19 people joined. In the third one, I think 40 people joined. So
mm.
in these workshops, what I learned was people, especially, okay, so there was this gentleman who was a little grumpy, and he's like 69 years old. He is a CEO of a very good company.
Oh.
And he was there, and he came in with this thing. He will be either teaching it to their kids,
Mm.
or they will putting it for their employees, whoever it suits.
Mm.
Because he knew me from somewhere, and
Mm.
he just came. And he was very like when I okay, when I say grumpy, he was a little this thing because there was another gentleman in the workshop who was having trouble with the language. So he asked me to do it in Hindi.
Mm.
And I was doing it in two languages at the same time. I would explain something in English and then go into Hindi. And
Mm.
this guy was getting, my time, what are you doing? Like in the starting, he was like that, but by the end of it, he had a personal transformation. And he wrote me like 4 pages worth of reviews. And
Oh.
he in the review itself he mentioned, like, I was very skeptic about this, but by the end of it, I had such an amazing time. And in the next one, my daughter is coming, and I have given you 4 pointers. Please make sure you take care of these things.
Awesome. Awesome. Mm.
So that kind of gave me this thing ki, okay, what I'm talking about are universal principles, and this can work at any age.
Mm. Mm.
What I am going to try for the people who are really hungry to learn, that
Mm.
is my target audience.
Mm.
People who are like entrepreneurs, who are life coaches, who are really hungry to learn and actually make something happen. If
Mm.
you are just there in the learning version, I have a module on that as well. It's called ethics. It's on ethics. And
Mm.
I think it is unethical for you to just learn, be on that journey of seeking and not giving it back.
Mm. Mm.
So this comes in as one of those things that if you are learning something, anything, you don't have to be like a 10 on 10 master at it, but you have to be at least 8 on 10 and give your value back to someone else. Because when we are teaching, we are learning even more stronger. I think you would know. And as you would have learned something and taught it to a student or a client or a customer, while telling them that something must have triggered in your head as well. Oh yeah, I can use that in my life, or I can, do that. So it happens to me a lot of the times. So
Yeah.
I don't know if it happens to you or not, but
Mm.
that's the goal, and that is the aim, and that is the target audience of mine is people who are ready to learn and develop themselves to a greater height.
Awesome. Awesome. Because you need to have that hungry mindset to grow,
Yes. Yep.
which is very clear in your case. And that was like a flowing insights. I would say,
Yeah.
seriously, you were saying like how the gamification is done, how a person should be ready to learn. And
Hmm.
one thing that I felt very inspiring is that you created a course for yourself.
Hmm.
In the journey, you used it for yourself. It's like we test the product on ourselves first, and then you tell the world like, yes, I'm
And
ready to, yeah,
yeah,
please.
I mean, in the beginning, even I was a little skeptical of my own course when I was creating it. But
Mm.
the moment I went through it myself as a student, I
Mm.
was, I knew it there and then that this is needed out there. And this is still I created it thinking my 16-year-old self, but even at my age right now, it's proving a lot of value. And even to someone who was 69, it proved some kind of value, because he told me there were certain things I knew because he's also a seeker. But then there were so many insights that he never even thought about in the direction I gave it to them, because I gamified it all. I
Mm,
made it so that you can apply it on daily basis,
mm,
have a system in which you're doing it, and not everything but the things that matter to you, because I teach everything. I teach so many things, but I tell them, take one thing, two thing, or three thing, whatever is necessary for you. One to three, three is max.
mm,
Take one thing, two thing, or three thing, and go master those, and then come back and learn the other ones.
mm. Great, great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, what is that one tip that you wanted to tell a common man who is actually watching this live show and, just that so that he becomes a better version? What is that one tip that you want to give?
So that it becomes a better version. This is, tell the first thing that I start with my course, which is self-awareness. Get a little bit of self-awareness. Just sit with yourself, meditate. If you like reading, read. Because when you're reading, right, from a book, I'm not talking about the digital copies, read it from a hard book. When you're reading, your mind travels a lot of places as well. Maybe you're imagining what you're reading in the book or whatever it is. When you're meditating, your mind goes to seven different things. You have to bring it back to your breath or whatever you're meditating on. When you're doing that,
Mm,
see where your mind goes the most.
mm,
Is this the fluff? Is this bullshit stuff? Or is it something that something is in eating inside you? Because there are so many times we are not doing certain things. And when
mm.
we are not doing certain things, that eats us.
Right.
When you're meditating or when you're reading or whenever you're doing anything, maybe even swimming
Mm,
is or you're hiking and just thinking of things, your
mm.
mind takes you some places.
Yes,
I
yes.
am just asking you to get aware of those places. Where
Mm,
is mind taking you? And if it is taking you to a place where you're not taking action, start taking action.
awesome.
And if that makes sense, you can come join a coach like Sasirekha or me, or just have a conversation with these people, because having conversations also help us develop us. Also tells us a lot about ourselves that we don't say.
True.
So
Exactly.
that's
That's
my tip.
that's amazing, Aman, because this is something that people want someone to actually guide them. Today, not everything is taught in the school, and of course, what we learn in the school is of, I would say, no use. So
Hmm.
it's better let them get some guidance and start reaching out. So thank you so much for your time, Aman. It's been I have been here listening to you continuously, and I know like so many things are flowing from you. It was so great to know many things. In fact, I got inspired by the way you keep celebrating success as one of the thing is something really great, which is so amazing. I'm taking that as an inspiration because to me, I personally feel that I don't do it quite often, and I need to drive that as well in my life. So that's how I take it. Thank you so much. And for the viewers, please do understand that we have a happy news for you right now. One, if you are looking for a support, DM Aman or for myself, and we are here to support you. I'm going to bring Aman quite often here so that we will add some value to this group as well. And the second thing is we have co-authored a book called I Can Coach, which is getting published in the month of April on April 1st. And please do highly recommend, please buy, not just because we have written the book. There are 68 other authors who have written their amazing inspiring journey and never knew that where will you get that inspiring stories that's going to transform you. So please do buy the book, and who knows that you will become a part of that book next time as well. So you have a great opportunity on that. So please do buy and take care for now. Thank you.
One thing can I add towards the end, if you
Yes,
don't
yes.
mind?
Yeah.
Yeah. You said you don't celebrate much, and I'll tell you a little thing that I do in my this thing,
Yes.
and it's not a celebration per se, but it activates something inside you.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you might be knowing I'm just activating your state in a way,
Sure.
but we are doing it using our whole body.
Huh.
Okay, it's a little thing, and this is something that I do, which is do this.
Okay.
Okay, then we lock and load like a gun,
Uh-huh.
and then we go George, with all
George.
the power, gusto. You have to say it from your diaphragm and mean it when you say it, because your whole body activates with this.
Oh, okay.
You can do
Mm.
that for me. Let's do it together one time.
Yes, yes.
Take charge.
I
Say, take
enjoyed it.
charge.
I enjoyed it. It was nice.
Yeah. Look at your energy, and you have just celebrated yourself. So thank you so much for that.
Thanks a lot. I mean, it was so crazy. Thank you so much for that. I got boosted up suddenly. Thanks a lot.
There you go.
All right. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. Please do
Thank
follow
you.
Aman and DM him for any support. Great soul being here. And thanks a lot, Aman, as well. Thank you.